Hello, hello. I'm almost done setting up. One more place. Okay. I think that's everything. I imagine people are going to be watching Evo. That's fine. Hey, can't wait for the expansion. It'll be easier to farm. That's why I'm not farming right now. Yeah, that's fair. The thing is that doing this is fun. It's a nice way to talk to people and answer their questions if they happen to come in with questions. But also the stuff that I get out of doing Zero is also worth getting. It's actually the thing that I want to farm most if I wanted to be sweaty and farm before the expansion comes out. Like, I can't stress how much MSP you're going to need to grind. Hello, friends. Titan in the chat. So, who's excited that id is coming to Granblue Fantasy Versus? Finally confirmed with the release date and everything. Pin that. He looks pretty good. I'm surprised they gave him like a launcher or whatever the hell that was. I'm impressed. I thought he would be much slower than that, given how he fights in Relink. Oh, Lucy's gonna get fucking cooked if I play into that. Put my build on right? Yeah, I did. The Beatrix mains in the chat. We stay winning today. I mean, look, Koji's pretty good. Like, legitimately pretty good at the game. I'm not surprised he won. I mean, he won last year too, so. For MSP, I'd rather farm with new characters. That's fair. I mean, you're going to be doing lots of farming in Endless Ragnarok regardless. But I get people that come in. I got to make sure they're all situated. Because it's going to be 100 times worse when the floodgates are open. People still don't know how to build their character and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to get ahead of the curve. If YouTube is already going to send me people more often, then excellent. I have a video that I'm going to make that's going to explain how to build characters and whatnot. AKA all the stuff that the game has but doesn't tell you. Because there's a lot of shit that they don't tell you. My finger slipped. At least he's gonna get fucking cooked tonight. Uphill battle too, pretty convincingly, bro. Bro! I'm not downplaying his victory at all, but I don't know if I would say uphill. That was almost a 6-1, or it was 6-1, wasn't it? I was gonna say it was almost a straight 6-0. He made Shio look like he doesn't play the game. Yeah, I know, I'm just saying. I'll fix the camera in this game one day. Or I'm gonna keep coping until I die. I died twice already? What happened? What hit him? Is he decent? Hope there's a ton of new sigils. That would be cool. I agree, but the only one I've seen so far is... You know what? I can't even confirm that I saw that. I saw somebody talking about it. I still don't understand it myself. That has something to do with giving you damage cap based on, like, a bunch of factors. The on-screen appearance is saved for 1 million subscribers. See you in like 5 years. To be honest with you, I don't even think I want to do that. We didn't make it in time. That's a rip. Okay, chat, can you count to 5? I can't. I realized we're all standing next to each other. Barely showed anything in the beta, right? There'll be new sigils, but not how many. The only thing they showed in the beta was that they nerfed Guts and Potion Hoarder, and they didn't show that in the beta. They showed that in the demo. But they showed that they nerfed Guts and Auto Revive because they're basically the same on how they function, or on how they go up when you add sigil levels. We need this done. And they showed Siete's new weapon, and they showed a bunch of the changes if you know where to look. Oh, that was a lightning strike, fuck. Well, the whole rest of the arena isn't getting laser struck right now. Or, it's not blue, rather. It's all tied in the corner. That's probably it. Yep. They kind of expect you to, I think. I don't think there's going to be anything that's limited to dropping only in Conflux. Besides that one crewmate card. I think the two things myself and others have noticed that hasn't dropped in Conflux is MSP and Silver Centrums as part of like the reward list. They drop from bosses, the Centrums, but that's about it. What's up, Bryce? Good to see you again. Are they combining? No, they're not combining that. In fact, all three of those got nerfed. Auto Revive, Hoarder, and Guts got nerfed. Jesus Christ. It's gonna be one of those nights where I can't get through this without getting dodges. Yep. Potion Hoarder gives one less revive potion, but gives one more green potion, I think it was. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about that. I mean, I have a bunch of Ambrosias from running this quest every week. And I'm sure that Chaos Quest will give good rewards, or better rewards, rather. How? I haven't realized the difference in the demo. If you check Guts in the demo, it only happens, or it only procs twice. Right now in Relink, if you have Guts or Auto Revive on, they'll keep coming up until the quest is over or you fail. But the demo now makes Guts give you like a 3-second grace period of iframes when you use a charge. And you can only get 2. Unless you get it to max. But you need to get it to 30 for that. So you're gonna need 2 sigils for that. And then you can get 3 charges instead. But yeah, it's basically 3 uses max per quest. I fucked that up. I probably did. Potion Order you can't see in the beta because it's not there, but you can see it in the demos that people have. Because they were all running Potion Hoarder, and you can see them having 1 less revive potion at the start of the fight. I didn't mention that in any video yet, but that is the case. Could be new NPC, repeatable, maybe. Oh, I know what you mean. New subquests. I would imagine we're gonna get new subquests, so maybe there's something in there. But the only reason I mention that is because, like, the MSP and the farming thing is because it's going to cost you quite a bit to get to 50. Like, if you're only ever going to gear 1 character, you probably don't have anything to worry about. If you're going to gear up 4, potentially, you might have to do some farming. Like, if you're going into Endless Ragnarok and you don't have a bunch of Ambrosia, you're probably going to have to farm a bunch. Because the amount to get to level 11 from level 10 is like 7.5k. And that's only level 10. It usually scales pretty badly after that. Yeah, they nerfed the thing itself, the sigil. But then they capped the max benefit you'd get out of it to 3 stacks. And you have to wait for the cooldown, but that's not any different than now. I will probably still recommend people use it if they ask for recommendations, though. I mean, auto revive and guts are pretty good at stopping the critical gauge from draining. Yeah, I don't know if any of those are gonna hit me. Yep. Well, I don't have any SBA, so I'm just gonna do my thing. Besides, it's not like you need to have all that Ambrosia on hand right now or later either. There are people who are like, I need to be completely prepared for the expansion before it even comes out. So that advice is more for them than anything. If you want to be normal and just go in and enjoy the game, then go ahead. It's the best way to enjoy the game, in my opinion, anyway. I'm gonna get hit. Yep. Good. I was doing something on my other screen. You know what? I think I'm gonna try a zero run where I just hit the boss. It's been a long time since I've unga-bunga'd in any game I've been playing lately. Usually I do a whole bunch of extra shit. But I'm just gonna be lazy and hit the boss. My boy's farming. 3 SBAs in one go. Look, it's friend of the channel, Elite RPG Dragon. How you doing, bud? Did you watch Evo? Actually, you know, now that I mention that, I'm starting to think, since we gave Versus id, are we going to get somebody from Versus? But we don't have anybody from Versus that isn't, like, unique to Versus. I'm almost at 300 Centrums. You don't know how happy that makes me. I fucking hate these things. Learn from Lucilius. If I go into ER with absolute nothing, I'm gonna get farmed in Chaos Quest like he gets farmed on Saturdays. They're gonna ease you into it at least. I mean, you do have to be able to beat Proto to get in. Yeah, I'm gonna go see again. But I'm just gonna hit the boss. I'm not gonna be sweaty and block anything. A lot of the times it just lets us get a stun, but kind of unnecessary. You think they expect people to have a fully awakened Terminus? Nah, I just expect them to be able to beat Proto. I mean, that is the gate to get in. But I don't think the things you're gonna be fighting in the first couple quests are going to be that heavy on HP. That'd be kind of fucked up. Yeah, so I'm glad you brought that up, Mishra. You said my favorite part is the dev said that the end game will have multiple bosses for farming in end game rather than just 2. I think what they were talking about when they said that was the way the Ragnite and the Grand Refinium work for transcending your weapons. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is there are 6 weapons that are going to get weapon transcendence. So that's at least 6 different bosses, assuming they don't stack drops from, like, let's say the Griffin and the Eyeball can drop Stunner or something like that. If you want to transcend your weapons, you're going to need to farm those kinds of bosses to get all 6 of those. I don't know off the top of my head how many bosses there are exactly, but maybe that's what they meant. Maybe they meant something else, because there's still other stuff we don't know that we need to do. But even that would be better than what we have right now. So I'm not, like, downplaying what they said or anything like that, but I think that's what they mean, at least given what I've seen so far. I hope I'm wrong and it's even more than that, though. The advice of telling people to get their Stinger weapon and then get their Terminus is going to be more prevalent than ever, I think. My guy. I can't do perfect attacks today. I'm really bad. Yeah, I saw you talk about it twice. I'm glad you got what you wanted. I think he looks pretty good too. Giving him an air combo thing like that is actually really nice. Hold on, I have a job to do. There we go. Well, when they decide to release Season 3 and bundle the deluxe stuff together, I will actually try the rest of the game too. SBA? Okay, good. Hopefully we can toss out Behemoth Farm for supplementary. I don't know if you got to see many people's videos about their experience, like when they had recorded footage from the bigger demo. But one of the people that put out a video got a War Elemental Plus from the Eyeball, so yeah, it's safe to say that all the sigils are going to be obtainable, or all the ones that we use now anyway. I could do more damage than this, I think. Should try being a little more aggressive. Well, I can only say that about War Elemental because that's the one I saw with my own eyes. But I have to assume that supplementary is going to be on the drop list for something else, or for some other boss or something. It just, like, it makes too much sense not to do, you know? I don't know if we're going to have like a super duper lottery drop like that. At worst, it's going to be getting like a certain sigil combination on summons, but you have 4 slots. So I think it's going to be getting them maxed on a summon that you like rather than anything else, which is great. It really, what they did with Endless Ragnarok was they kind of just took all of the friction in the game and just threw it out the window. Whether it's in gameplay, grinding, we'll see about boss difficulty. Because it's not a full-on reaction reflex test only anymore. The bosses seem to have a very scripted, okay, I'm going to go here, 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 and here. sort of deal. He's way too far. I got hit trying to lunge. New builds are gonna need sub 5 with Berserker, Spartan, and Echo. I mean, you can and probably should run that in the expansion since you can have the HP for free. When Terminus gets its Transcendence later down the line, I imagine it's gonna be the last one you can do. I'm sure the HP requirement for that, or the requirement just in general, is gonna change. That being said, yeah, I still expect Terminus to be the best weapon in the game. I mean, they call it the ultimate weapon in Japanese. I have no reason to believe that it won't be. The difference, I think, is going to be this time around, all the other weapons are going to be good at what they're supposed to do. So you can use them without feeling bad, or like, without feeling like you're missing 75% of your damage or something silly like that. So they said it is going to be playable in September. That's 3 months from now. $337. I'm a third of the way through a stack. I still need more ambrosia. It's only 15k for one, so getting to level 11 from level 10, that's one ambrosia gone. Or you would need or you could do 2 levels with it, is what I meant to say. By like 20, I expect it to be 1 ambrosia per level. Or maybe sooner than that. I pointed out in my video that the MSP cap is increased. It's not capped at 100,000 anymore. So that tells you 2 things. That means you can have a mastery level upgrade that's gonna be over 100,000 for 1 level. And that they expect you to be able to hold way more than that for whatever else it's gonna be used for. Because I pointed out in that video that you are locked from getting from 10 to 11. But we don't know that they're not just going to make you spend 100k MSP to do it. Like, we don't know what the requirement is to unlock it yet. Dodge too early. I didn't even dodge at the right time, let alone blocking. I'm in a really bad spot right now. Okay. Saga Game's gonna hit you with that. You can only unlock the ultimate power if you upgrade to the deluxe. You sound like a GTA 6 fan saying that. I want them to show off the new higher level. Yeah. I mean, look, we're like what, 12 days away now from Endless Ragnarok. At this point, I'm just gonna say let's just wait. We already waited 4 months. What's another 12 days? Grinding my mastery stuff back out, spent it all rebuilding Cat. Yeah, Catalina's definitely winning with this expansion. Those Ares changes alone is like night and day. Honestly, I feel like besides people who main the character, the changes that you can see from the demo are really just going unnoticed. There's a lot of really little things that they did that all add up to make the gameplay experience a hell of a lot better. It's gonna feel like a whole new game, especially with stuff like the buff changes. I'm thinking about it right now as I'm playing Percival, but the other skill that he gets that gives him strength and supplementary damage might actually be better than what he already has. Do I know that for sure yet? No, but sup damage buff is actually really nice. Especially since now I'm not getting punished for taking it. Am I sealed? I am now. Usually main Cat, but when I got to endgame, immediately noticed the flaws in her kit. Wonder if they'll make Dash Spam Lance a mastery trait playstyle. They're gonna do one about his finisher, I know that. You can kind of figure out what they're gonna be unless some of them are really fucking crazy already. If you somebody disconnected, I think. If you just extrapolate what we have, I guess, to its logical conclusion, you can kind of figure out what you're gonna get later on. Or maybe I'm lagging, maybe it's not you. To the person who said that in chat. Speaking of Lance with the Y dashing and stuff, they know. I'm getting lag spikes. I'm crazy. They know that it's a bit strong, and they said that they took that into account when they made changes in Endless Ragnarok. So enjoy the last 12 days of spamming Y while you can, I guess. I thought he was gonna swords for sure. That's really bad. I can't use my skills now. Who's he aiming at? I'm starting to wonder what we're even going to put in our builds, by the way. Because it's great we're getting 4 slots. That's going to be great for characters who are starving on sigil slots, but what about the rest of us? Are we unironically going to start using Alpha, Beta, Gamma? Well, that sucks. I don't know if we can stun him in time. I think it should be locked behind a mastery playstyle. At least then you gotta spend resources to get something close to it. Regardless of what perks you pick, you're gonna get a whole bunch of stats along the way too. Like the weapon transcendence thing is really strong and nice and all, but the mastery stuff is gonna be way stronger in my opinion. They're slander because people end up taking it before they actually need it. Like, there are people that have it equipped, but they're not actually capping on their attacks yet. That's why it gets that kind of slander. People also assume that since you had to have run the Final Vision or this to farm the materials for it, that it should be strong because it took you effort to get. Which is fair, but the way the numbers work doesn't necessarily mean that it's good or better for you depending on where you are in the game, if that makes sense. Oh, this boy's playing on Wi-Fi. Rip. I wonder what the new sigils will be. Isn't it funny that the demo, every character had 2 gammas, 2 alphas? Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I have gamma on my Percival build, right? But if we end up getting 4 slots and we can get them all level 15, then I basically have these 2 full sigil slots open on top of already having gamma on my build, so I can put alpha now. Like, what else are we gonna get? If I was a character like, I don't know, Narmaya or Ganda or Charlotte or potentially Sandalphon, then I would welcome the extra 4 slots. That'd be fine, because I would just fill up the slots that I couldn't use because I needed more attack with, like, utility or whatever. But there's some characters like Siegfried that have plenty of space because they cap in like 3 oranges, so, you know. What the hell am I supposed to do with all that space? I would like an attack speed sigil. That sounds kind of broken. I mean, sure, everybody could use it, but that sounds kind of silly. Like, think of the Lancelot Y thing, but now think of him doing it so fast that he's almost not vulnerable at all anymore. Because his attack speed increased. I mean, I'm sure that would affect his invuln frames and stuff like that, but just think about that a little bit. That sounds kind of crazy. I walked right into that. I got mine. So listen, I'm trying, Bryce. You might think I'm doing it okay, but I don't. I certainly don't. There was one floating around, but I'm not going to mention it because I haven't seen it with my own eyes. I can't tell if people in chat were joking or not, but they said it. They called it pinata cap, and I'm like, that sounds great, but I don't understand, so I'm just not gonna talk about it. There was a new sigil, but it was in a foreign language, and I didn't include it in the video. Or maybe it was just a regular damage cap, and because it was in Korean, I couldn't read it. But I did sort of see what somebody was talking about with it. I guess just don't count it out. No, not the one on the weapon. It was from a quest drop, I think it was. I wouldn't really count the ones on Weapon Transcendence as part of the new sigil list, because those are stuck in the weapons. When they say new sigils, it sounds like you're gonna get, like, I don't know, do more damage based on your link percent or something like that. Or do more damage based on the amount of drafts in your party or something like that. Which they could do. We have almost 4 of everything. Right? Fairy, Eustace. We have another air rune, don't we? Or is it just those 2? Sigil that would make sense to me would be one that increases summon gauge. Yeah, that would be cool too. Maybe they'll have a sigil that increases your some sort of stat based on how many types of summons you have equipped. Because the summons are labeled with like attack, utility, defense, that kind of thing. Well, hold on. Not elemental damage, but, you know, just give you, like, attack or damage cap or something. I like weirder sigils, like some of the weirder mods in Warframe. I'm not opposed to it, I just don't know. Like, okay, so I've played the gacha before, so I kind of have an idea of what they could add, but I don't think that they would, if that makes sense. Because the gacha has a bunch of existing skills that got put into Relink and stuff like that. So it's not that they don't have options or ideas. I guess it's doesn't make sense. But some of them also would end up just being better versions of what we already have based on the way gameplay works in this game. Like there's a sigil called Bloodshed that just reduces your HP at the start of the quest, and you could just use a potion to heal it back. And it gives similar attack to Tyranny. But then it's like, why would you use Tyranny then? I mean, they multiply, so you could still stack them, but why would you ever use Tyranny if you had Bloodshed, you know? Cow was in the air, rip. A buffed Raging Sigil might make sense too. Yeah, that'd be good too. Potentially really strong. I mean, I guess it partly depends on how much attack and damage we're going to be able to do. Because think of, like, the Sword Veil summon giving everybody sup damage. Isn't that power hungry? Or did they rename Bloodshed to Power Hungry? They could have. I don't think I've ever seen the Power Hungry sigil, or at least I don't remember seeing it. I know it sounds sort of familiar, but I personally don't think I've seen one yet. Head Start? Oh, no. Isn't Head Start just attack increase at the beginning of the quest? That has a different name in gacha. That's preemptive something or other. It's not called head start, but it's something like that. I'm gonna check actually after I switch characters to see that I'm not tweaking. But I know that sounded familiar. I'm almost max on fucking Lucilius Goo. I'm gonna try Captain, actually, so I have to be sweaty. Because I don't get to play the game like everybody else. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think I'm fine. I'm looking at my bit rate, and there's a big old dip where we had the lag, so I think we're fine now. Okay, if you're gonna go Captain, I'll play somebody else. Play Gonda. Do any characters have a draw aggro skill? Yes, Narmaya does. And I think Vass. And midi stamina, exploiter, life on the line, skill, link, boost, finish, charge, lucky, quick, conk, throw. This is debuffs, this is overdrive, this is break, head start, and power hungry. This is reduces health at the start of max HP. Yeah, so we do have Bloodshed already. You wanted to play Lance, did I? I don't think I did. I said I was considering trying him. Honestly, if they fix Lance before I even get to him, that's even better. Nah, if I did or didn't, I decided, I think a week or two ago, that I don't want to spend any resources because we're going to go into Endless Ragnarok. And I'm going to keep that just in case you need to fully transcend or fully awaken your weapon before you're allowed to transcend it. I doubt that's going to be the case because the other weapons don't have awakening, but you never know. So I'm just going to keep my materials for now. I will eventually get to them. I'm sure Conflux is going to be good enough that I'm going to want to play it. Oh, he didn't do it. Are you fucking kidding me? I dodged everything. Except the attack that I needed to dodge. 2, 3, 4, 5. Teleported. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Am I gonna get this off in time? Yep. There's a what is it, a trait? So the problem is that they're introducing the stuff on the mastery system, and they're all using really similar words. So perks are the bonus you get for getting all 3 traits. I think that's right. So there's a perk for Narmaya that does something with her hostility skill. Why it's on Narmaya, I'll never know, but whatever. What do you mean, fix Lance? What's wrong with my boy? The devs are coming for him. I hope you know that. The assumption is that they're also going to go after Lance a lot. They're also going to go after Sandalphon. But they explicitly mentioned Lance with the Y thing. And that they're keeping it in mind when they do changes in Endless Ragnarok. Oh, you'll probably be fine, man. I gotta stop before we break him. It's gonna be really funny if they put like a cooldown on the Y attack. You can only do it once every 2 seconds or something. And you have to fully recover before you can do it again. I don't have anything against Lancelot. I would love for him to be doing fine. I've played with some players that did really well with him anyway. But the devs, I guess, don't like the unhealthy gameplay. Gonna teleport. He's fucking pushing me away. He might actually be dead. This will push him under 10, yeah. Perfect. I got hit out of my punch. Alright, whatever, he's dead. There's already changes to skills that were in the demo, but some of them are like so... Like, you would have to go way out of your way to test them to find out what the difference is. But I can give you an example of one. So, Gonda has that dive kick attack, right? They made it now so that if you dodge cancel out of it, the explosion still comes out. So I wouldn't doubt that other skills have changed, but like, it's so hard to tell that it might not even be worth trying to cover. That being said, if you have a skill on a character that does attack down or attack up or defense down or defense up or something like that, the percentage that it, or critical too, the percentage that it takes effect was changed. Like you can almost say that as a guarantee. The only one I saw that wasn't like that was Spitfire on Rackham. Hi, Wince. Did you get some nice fat loot from Guild War? I sure did. I got top 200k. So I got some crystals and SSR ticket and some other stuff. Make the cooldown 7 seconds. You have to run max nimble if you want that playstyle. Why? At that point, you shouldn't even dodge with the Y button. You should just dodge with nimble then. At least you could still attack and whatnot. They don't have to completely trash it. They just, you know, have to make your other options that much better. Or make that build do like 25% damage or something. Yeah, congrats. The rewards for going past 1 billion honors really don't interest me, so I just stopped there. I help my team win if we need to win, but other than that, I'm taking it real easy. You won't catch me being sweaty in Guild Wars, that's for sure. Or Guild War, rather. Guild Wars, the game, is a different story altogether. That game got a bunch of updates recently, and some of those changes are really fun. How am I alive? Oh wait, that's the spell. Wrong button. Need tons of badges, Sunlight Stone, Heaven Wake Spirit. I bought a stone and I have enough to get another sphere if I really want to. I might just buy it. But that one increases instead of resets, so maybe I'll just leave it alone. I already have the sphere I need for Wizard Origin, so I'm good. I'm just waiting. It already does 50% reduced damage if the build next Tyranny just to hit 17k. Well, maybe they should make it even less. No, honestly, if they did that, at that point they should just take it out of the game. But they're gonna have to reduce it a bit because you're gonna get a whole bunch of attack for free in the expansion. They drop a secret 7th character. I don't know about that. I would love that, but they flat out came and said that they weren't going to do that. So I'll take them at their word. How'd you watch? Yeah, I did. I said congratulations to id at the start of the stream for making it into Versus proper now. He looks great. He actually looks like a lot of fun. I wouldn't know. I don't actually own the game yet. I've been playing through the demo version, so I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference. They said we're not getting any other characters on release. They didn't say we wouldn't get anything else. In fact, they said the opposite of that. They said they want to do more, but they have to think about how they want to do it first. They have to release Season 3 first, Wince, and then I'll play Versus for real. While Grant is a great character and all, it kind of sucks not being able to play everybody else because they keep changing every 3 days or whatever. That's why I haven't committed to practicing more. I heard when the DLC drops, they will put brands for, you mean sigil synthesis for War Plus and Sub Plus? They're going to be easier to drop. I don't know if they're going to be synthable. But then I don't see why they wouldn't do that if they're going to make them easier to drop, you know? They have a buff on? Nope. Who interests you in Rising? I like Siegfried. I think Yule might be fun, but I also don't know if that's like be annoying with your abilities playstyle or... Okay, somebody else went. Or if it's you have a mix-up and it's really hard to see playstyle. That's just off the top of my head. I want to see what Sandalphon's about. I've heard people say that he's too honest. Versusia looks like fun to play as, but I don't... She's like, once somebody gets in on you, it's not that much fun anymore type of character, so I don't know how I feel about that. I wonder if there's going to be a mastery trait for Captain to supercharge his power raise. He already spends like 3 times, or we're going to make him spend like 5 times or 6 times and do way more damage. I really want to see what they're going to do to Captain at all. Fucking hell, man. Oh, I have lots of things to read out on the Twitch side after this ad is done. So I just want to make sure that they can hear me. But thank you, Nizzy Nick 1992 for following. I appreciate the support. And thank you for Ebony Wolf for subscribing on Twitch with Prime. Appreciate the support, guys. Can't wait to play with you all when the expansion releases. I'm going to say it out again once the ad is over, just in case they didn't hear me. Did I fix this build? I think I did. Let's set to attack. Holy Knight. Guts and Rupee Tycoon. Sucks to suck, man. Sucks to suck. It's like a helicopter. Wait. Yeah, it's like a helicopter. What thing are you most hyped about for the DLC when it drops? Dude, the mastery level system is going to give us power like you couldn't even imagine. Some interesting lag. And I'm excited to play as certain characters. Have 150 plus bright stones. I think I'm ready for the expansion. 15 seconds and then I can start answering the Twitch side. I can't wait to play Fediel, dude. I hope that she's better than the previews and stuff made her out to be. I want her to be good, I really do. This character is so silly. Why is this fair? Why is this allowed? I should be like I did that on purpose. But the truth was I was trying to block. Okay, I know Twitch is out of the ad by now. Like I was saying before, just in case you guys didn't hear me, thank you Nizzy Nick 1992 for following. Thank you Ebony Wolf for subscribing with Prime. I appreciate the support. Also, thank you to Shadow Stalker. I know he's in the room right now, but I don't know why I didn't get the pop-up for the resub, but thank you for resubbing. I don't know if it was last night or what, but I read it after I closed my stream and I was like, that was weird. Thank you all for your support. I kind of want to see what Magliel's gameplay loop is going to be like on that note. I think she's too popular for them to make her wrong or bad or whatever. But I want to see if she's the kind of character I can pick up because she's really simple or what. I think he's decent. My whole party is gone. Either the room blew up or my internet's garbage right now. Most excited to see how the AI meta shifts. I basically got a rehost or something because my room blew up. I'm actually kind of curious to see what people are going to come up with for AI builds because there's a lot of shit changing. I'm just gonna let this die out. And then I'll rehost if I have to. First thing for me is going to be to stack Rosetta, Cag, Fairy, and Sandy and go crazy with buffs. I mean, the thing to consider too is that you have a like stacking attack is great and all, but once you hit your caps, then what? That's another question I have too. Is it going to be worth making your builds around the fact that you have a buff that will put you up to cap, or will you build your character so you don't need to buff? Because if you end up not needing to buff, then sup damage buffs are going to be, and stuff like that is going to be the best. Do you think they'll add skins besides recolor, especially for us console players that can't get mods? I fucking hope so. I hope so. Like, you can't even imagine. I'm going to rehost. They said that they want to make skins and stuff like that. I don't know if that means just more recolors, but they did say they want to make skins. But that they have some troubles with it. And that. And throw that there. I don't know what you're talking about, Wince. What do you mean, Wiggle? Under the impression that attack buffs and defense down buffs will break the caps. Was the entire reason they were nerfing attack percent across the board for buffs, wasn't it? I mean, to be honest with you, even the way that they worded it is kind of obtuse. They said something along the lines of, we're changing the way buffs interact with attacks so that they're less influenced by the damage cap or something like that. Which, if you try and interpret that in English, it still doesn't make any sense. When I read the Japanese itself, that also didn't make much sense to me, so your guess is as good as mine on that one, unfortunately. But yeah, to answer your question, Novi, I hope so. They definitely know that people have been asking, so we'll see what we get. It would be nice to get at least a few, if not one for every character. From what I heard, you can pick Eustace and Beatrix when you finish the normal story, and then when you finish Chapter 0, you can pick Magna Alonzo. So the way that's going to work is when you get the DLC, I think Eustace and Beatrix will just be pickable via crewmate card. So let's say you're starting the game new and you have a bunch of cards, you can pick them. Yeah, I don't think you're going to have to wait. But if you already have everybody, then you can pick Eustace or Beatrix right out of the gate, because you're going to get a crewmate card right when you get into Chaos difficulty. The other one, you're going to have to go to Conflux and do that because that's where it drops, or where you can get it anyway. And then you can get the other character that you didn't pick between Beatrix and Eustace. Mag and Galanza you'll get from Chapter 0. And that's part of story, so they're probably going to come around the same time it did. You get like a cutscene and you get a special crewmate card from them. Frau and Fetty are going to be from the story. That's my understanding. They need to rework crit damage in its current form. It's worthless. I think we look at it like it's worthless because we get it for free. But if we didn't get it for free, it'd be kind of broken. So if you already did the 0 chapter, do you just get them? I would imagine you don't have to do it again. So you'll just be able to watch the cutscene or whatever. It's probably just going to be the same way Id joined our party, yeah. Fine, I'll chase the other sword. I still remember the first time I played Charlotte on this quest. And I tried to press triangle on one of the circles and I got his PA sealed. I was like, yeah, okay, that sucks. Let's try again. Because obviously we died from it. Now look at that crown go. I also want to figure out the AI thing because you can let people borrow your characters. It's a new feature coming to Endless Ragnarok that honestly didn't get very much mention, which is very weird, but you can let people borrow your characters for your team. It's going to get scaled to whatever their highest quest level is or whatever the exact requirement was. But it's nice that you can send people your characters so that they can use that to play with. The scaling is probably going to kill the effectiveness quite a bit, but we'll see how that works out. Yeah, it's weird to think about, but it's also not that different than borrowing like a summon from somebody. I'm kind of surprised that they even bothered implementing that into Relink at all. That's like that's something you see more in like gacha games than anything. If you're worried about getting the other character, if you pick Beatrice or Eustace, it's not going to be that long. I think you can get the card in like one of the first 3 stages, because that's all they showed us so far. So that's where I saw the screenshot of you getting a crewmate card, a blue one. They did it in a smart way because you could easily get people that finish the entirety of Endless Ragnarok and they have like stuff you wouldn't even see for like another 20 hours. But they're gonna get destroyed when they get stat scaled, so like you can still help people, but you're not like beating the game for them. Put a trolling AI. You telling people to run like Tway in, but she has no debuffs on her? Tway in, but she has no depravity and no clincher. Yo, Darha, but he has no skills. It's anything like existing power scaling, they're still going to be way overtuned for the mission strength. Yes and no. I mean, when you go to Quick Quest, for example, the scaling is severe enough that you sometimes still have to interact with the boss. It'd be kind of silly if they didn't have sigil restrictions on that, but we'll see what it's like when it comes out. I'm sure they're just gonna be like, here, let people borrow your characters, and then they're not gonna think about it, and then they're gonna have to patch it later because it's kind of silly. Also, to the people that notice the crown, look, when I spin around, it looks like a helicopter. I'm gonna fly away at this rate. That'd be funny if I could use my crown as my sword instead. Talking about for AI though, just having nimble improved uplift is going to be way better than... Yeah, of course. That just makes sure that they don't die and they have uptime. We don't know if they made the AI not stare at enemies. They don't do it as much, is what I heard, but I don't know what that actually means. I know, but it's for the materials. I need them like bright. Yeah, that's true. Conflux is here to make sure that you guys can grind all your Terminus to max and you can upgrade all your weapons and all that other stuff. Really great addition, honestly. What I really want to know is if they lock some sort of material for endgame upgrades at the end of Conflux. Because we know we're getting 3 levels, right? And then that you can unlock more. I think I've seen up to 5, but still. I blocked and he took my fucking enhanced damage out. I hate this boss, I swear to God. Oh, okay, that's bad. No summer sale discount on this game, sadly. Well, they're about to release an expansion. Technically, they put the game on sale because it costs half as much if you don't want the expansion. If you do want the expansion... When did I get all this meter? Oh, conduction. Yeah, okay. When are you going to show us that premium Rackham gameplay? When I finish the Terminus and the expansion, unfortunately. I got full meter, I don't have to care. I want to slow down enough for the rest of the people to build meter though. Can't wait to replace AI Eugen. Watching this asshat attempt to cast Detonator and get interrupted for 10 seconds is infuriating. Is that like his triangle attack, or... Because if it's a skill, you could just not use it. It would be nice to have other options, though. So they need to allow immunity to work properly. If I get dizzy resistance to counter glass cannon. Apparently, you can heal the stun from glass cannon with potent greens, but you got to be really, really fast on it. Don't quote me on that. I was reading chat somewhere and I read that. I haven't tried that myself. I don't think that was on you. I think that was on me because I thought I hit one of the orbs and I didn't. Okay, that was worth it. You can't not use it. 60% of his output. Oh, look, all I'm saying is if it bothers you that much, then just don't use it. I'm pretty sure you said something similar to that, like last time you were in or last week or something. Another thing I heard, there will be more endgame bosses and not one like now. We're gonna have at least 3. Whatever the final boss is, Lucy and Beelzebub, that's like the big final challenge quest, but the actual like mobs will farm for endgame materials. Yeah, we got quite a couple because we have 6 weapons worth of Ragnite to collect. Oh, there go all my buffs. Yeah, but if I have dizzy immunity or debuff immunity, I shouldn't get dizzy to begin with. Sure, but then why do you get such a powerful buff? I mean, I get you're not allowed to get hit, but the fact that you can even heal it with potent greens is kind of crazy. Like, I get what they were doing with it. You don't have to agree, but I think it makes sense at least. He doesn't white buffs anymore, right? I can just ignore everything and just XXYY to victory. He's dead anyway. Should be better in ER now that quick charge works on AI. I've been thinking a lot recently. I wonder if the bosses have factored in all range team in the DLC and how potentially overpowered it could be. I mean, when they do BT attacks, it's gonna hit like the whole room. I mean, they're gonna be in BT in the first place. But the way some of those new attacks look, it's gonna engage the whole party. Twain and overpowered. Good one. No, it's not her fault. She's not bad. It's just the way that she's designed isn't really conducive to endgame bosses because they can resist debuffs. And her whole kit is about making her do more damage when she puts debuffs on. That's not really fair to her, but that's how they made her. She works perfectly fine. That's true, but you have to build into the immunity when you could use something else like quick cooldowns to trade off, but you get no benefit. I mean, the 50%, I think it's 50%. Let me check. There's no option for max level here? Okay, there is. I'm just at the bottom of the list. Okay. I have a glass cannon in here, or two of them. They're just really far down the list. And they're not named glass cannon, unfortunately. Yeah, there's one. So you're getting 30% attack and 30% damage cap, which is fucking dog water in the expansion because we're gonna get 800 fucking percent damage cap or some shit like that from mastery level. This, I feel like this argument is kind of moot now, but you know, I guess. Is that portrait from the gacha? Yes, that's one of her outfits in the gacha. Somebody made it into a mod, so I use it. You're going to quest of all ranged users. Realistically, who's getting hit when they shoot from across the map? I don't know. Have you seen how fast those enemies are? You did play the demo, right? The golem is relatively early on. Wait until you get Blizz Dials, but they just roll around the arena the whole fight. 30% attack is multiplicative. Yes, it is. It is. But I don't think having to do the glass cannon shuffle and not get hit ever again is going to be worth 30% attack when you could get it from something else and not have to suffer. Exactly. Glass cannon in the way that it exists now is only okay because the attack is low enough that that would make sense. With expansion level numbers, they ain't no way you could ever justify using glass cannon. There go my butterflies. Maybe they can put those skins on Relink. If they put this exact outfit into Relink, they're probably going to give you the Rising version that has the bandana on her head and like the shorts or whatever. But yeah, I agree. It would be nice if we got some skins. They already said that they want to, but it takes them some work and money to do, so we'll have to see what happens. They didn't say yes or no, but they did say they know and they hear us and they're going to try and see what they can do. I'm not even in range, okay. After we're 30% damage cap multiplier, that'd be different. Well, we're gonna get something like that. It's just gonna be your transcended weapon instead. That outfit was ripped from Rising, by the way. No, it wasn't. It's the other way around. And in fact, when Rising got it, they changed the way that it looks in Rising. This is what you see on screen is the original, actually, without the bandana on. Am I gonna have the meter for this? Yeah. Just now. I will buy them instantly, honestly. Yeah, people have been saying I wish we had skins since like week 2, probably. I wasn't around for that, but I would imagine with how well this game did. Try not to ruin my rotation. I don't know if that hit him. He teleported. I played the demo, so fair, but I haven't seen it done with an all-range team yet. Could make a big difference. I mean, you can already do an all-range team now. Just EO doesn't have a gun. Well, a traditional gun. She has a gun, but it's not not what you'd expect. It's not like they don't have outfits to pick from, by the way. Believe me when I say they got plenty. Even for all the new characters that they're adding, all of them have outfits. Well, except Id, Galanza, and Mag, because they're brand new. But I'm sure that they were given like New Year's art or whatever. So they could just use that as an outfit if they really wanted one. I don't know how fucking blocking works in this game sometimes. I get hit, I still get blocks. I don't get hit, I don't get any blocks. I don't know sometimes. I didn't block because I assumed I was dead. That wasn't the case at all. Actually, while I'm at it, hold on, let me think. This is Firefox, I won't load. Hold on, let me see if this works. I'm gonna try something real quick. Let me see something. Yeah, so there you go. That's where it came from, is the gacha. I can't believe I still have that set up from when I was doing a test Guild Wars stream. I thought it was going to be way worse than that when I threw it up on screen. And if you look at the mod, it's using the same art too. But while I'm at it, let me check one more thing. Narmaya's Black Butterfly costume in Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising was originally released in January 2024. Huh. The gacha skin came out in 2018, so go figure. I don't even think we're arguing. I think we agree. I'm just saying that the idea for it came from the gacha. A cool idea they can do is add Hunter from Monster Hunter. Bro, calm down. I still don't know how we ended up getting 2B in the fighting game. Let alone adding a Monster Hunter. What's your opinion on root beer floats? I've had root beer soda before. I like that. Is there anything like that? Sold my unused sigils for the Transmortal. I'm gonna wait before I do that. I did some, but I'm gonna wait a little bit first. The fact that they're giving us Transmarvel every time we level up makes me think they might add another level or something. What is it gonna do? Who knows, but I'm not in a hurry exactly, so I'll just do it when the expansion's out. They might even give me better options for sorting my inventory out and everything. I heard a leak, the new characters will have terminus weapons. That's not really a leak. They told us. In the showcase, you can see that Sailfawn has a terminus weapon. I even know what it's called already. I also saw Eustace, Beatrix. I had Galanza's terminus up as a thumbnail for one of my videos, or one of my streams. But I know what Beatrix Terminus is going to be in Eustace's Terminus. I recognize them from the gacha. I just can't get into the gacha game. You don't have to. I mean, if you're looking for information from there, I'll just cover it. So you don't gotta worry. Sometimes people ask questions like, what the hell is this? Or who is this? Or that type of thing. So that's what I do that for. Wanted to ask you, do you like or play Monster Hunter? Yes, I do. When the expansion comes out, I'll be playing it. The Wilds one. Whoa. Whoa, we almost broke him. Whoa. I've been playing Monster Hunter since Freedom Unite when I was like 10 or something. A connection error has occurred. The quest will continue in offline mode. Very interesting. That's happened like twice tonight. Is my internet dying? Is that it? Not gonna lie, Fedio looks a little boring. So I have to ask, who do you find entertaining or interesting then? If you think Fedio's boring. Yeah, it is coming to Versus. Finally, we got the release date. I should probably die so that I can get out of this faster. Actually, I'm gonna try P-blocking this stuff then. I got 2. We did it, boys. Fuck. I've been told that blocking lightning in circles at the same time is really hard. Out of the new characters, Frau and Mag. No, I just mean in general. Like, if you think she's boring, what do you find interesting is my question. Holy light show, Batman. Look at those lasers. I get to block Donut, I think. Oh wait, no, that's later. That's after the. Yeah, there it is. I died before it. Fuck. I've been told that move is impossible to block too because it's too fast. I wish GB versus R wasn't completely dead in Australia. I'm not even sure what games are popular in Australia. The only people I knew from Australia that I'd played a game with was Guild Wars 2. Only PB the laser and dodge the circle. I should try that. I basically just stay alive and dodge things, but blocking it isn't that bad. Alright, I have to kill myself off now, so he's gonna do it again, right? Yeah. Okay, perfect. I'll try it and hopefully it'll get me killed. Actually, I'm not gonna get up in time, so I'm just gonna let it run. I tend to find that most people think that the Granblue fighter is dead, but you're only really gonna find people online often if like you're into practicing and getting better at like tournament play. Because those are gonna be the kind of people that stick around with the game. I don't think any fighter is truly dead until the devs and stuff stop supporting it, really. I mean, look at BlazBlue. They got they're gonna get a new character soon. Sure, the game's been dormant for like 6 years, but they're gonna come back to life soon, so I would hold out for Granblue if you think it's dying. I can't say I know about how often you get matches, though. I would imagine you don't get that many. Or you have to play with Asia. But I would imagine you have a decent connection with them in Asia. Remember Lucilius pissing me off because of the constant rage quits back when he dropped. You know, when I eventually got to fight Lucilius, like, he just got nuked. And then I basically never fought him again until the expansion was announced and people came back. Because when I was playing this game originally, it was quote-unquote dead. I forgot to put, well, whatever. I'll post it just in case. Wait. No, I did. Okay. Every time I would attempt to hop in a lobby, someone would die, then rage quit, then the run was fine. Yeah. Yeah, the classic of drop in and play online play. For those of you that have played FF14, it's the equivalent of Schwing Light Party. Oh, I'm fucking invulnerable. Jesus. Thanks, I guess. I don't know what is it about online games being drop in and play like that makes people not want to like sit down and play with the people you already got into a room with. Like I could get maybe if like you have a noticeable flaw and you try and tell them and they ignore you. I could get that, but that's really rare. It's way more common that people blow up like as soon as you fail once over something silly. Those of you that have played the gacha, that was my experience fighting Hex the first couple times. But that also makes sense. Back when I was trying, we weren't strong enough to completely nuke the boss, even if he had a pearl or two. Got hit, didn't even feel it. Shout out to Starheart. They were trying to learn the game and they made it impossible. Well, that's the nature of online games for you. The fact that I've seen it in games that aren't Relink tells me that it's just a problem in general. I mean, when I was playing Monster Hunter, people did that too with Arkveld and such. I almost feel like it's the abundance that makes it that way. It's like there are enough people that you can expect to find another group, even though you just left yours for whatever reason. I don't know, the more that I try and understand the mentality, the more I'm just thinking, why don't you just stay and finish it then? But to be honest, Relink has characters and sigils that made life easier. That's true too. There's a lot of what people would call cheese builds. I don't even really look at it that way. I mean, you could argue it's not fun or like you can't learn anything when somebody's using a build like that, but the fact that the devs gave it to you to use and they haven't nerfed it, I feel like it's just fair game in that case. Can Vast do traditional tanking? I think he has a hostility skill, so yeah. See, the problem with that kind of thought process is that the game isn't really built for you to play it that way, where you have one tank and 3 DPS or whatever. Because everybody could be self-sufficient. But even if that wasn't the case, Zero has Dispel all over the place, so even if you gave yourself hostility up, he would just take it away. Thinking of ways to help all my friends in Endless Ragnarok. Well, we're getting a lot of restrictions and stuff lifted on support, so just by playing the game like you would have before will probably be good enough. Except you throw out some buffs every now and again. Like, I think of somebody like Fediel, for example, who has a bunch of defense down built into her kit, and other buffs, because she has shield and debuff immunity on her kit. She's going to be great for that. Yodar has another good option, yeah. Captain, of course. Kag is helpful too in the battery sort of sense, and Phantasmagoria is still going to be good. Honestly, it might even be better than it already is now, because it gives crit rate, and crit isn't going to be capped at 100 anymore, or something. Let me think who else would provide similar value. Yeah, the bubble on Vayne is good too. I mean, this quest provides a very good example of when you'd want a bubble. As long as you don't fail every single mechanic like that, you can throw out the bubble. It's a massive benefit. You're gonna have to use it every other one though, because it's not always up. If they didn't change Vayne's character sigil, Vayne could cast bubble very fast again. Oh, now they make you work for it with Cascade and quick cooldown and stuff. You know, speaking of which, I don't know if anybody noticed, but there seems to be a bunch of like skill cooldown stuff getting added in Endless Ragnarok to your transcended weapons and like your master level traits and all that. Seems to be where they're leading us. And again, for those of you that played the gacha, it's almost like they're setting you up to do normal CA and skill buffs on your grid, if you think about it. Mag also has a little bubble, yeah, but I don't think it's going to be as long or as effective. Well, just a circle, not a bubble. Another 600 Transmarvel and I'm maxed out. Immortality Circle. It's going to function the same as the bubble, but it's not the bubble. It's probably not going to last as long either. We also don't know if it's going to move, because all of Mag's skills are based on her weapons coming out and then doing something. But yeah, she does have a skill that makes an invulnerability circle. I said this when I saw Mag come out the first time. I was like, she's copying a bunch of other character skills. She is also using illustrious weapons, or not illustrious, superlative weapons, or whatever they call them in English. They're vulnerable again. She would have like Vayne, Io, Rackham, Zeta skills. So this is what I've noticed so far. She has Io's healing circle, but it chases you. So it's better actually. She has Eugen Sumrak as her triangle when you build up the gauge. She has, I think, the stab attack that Zeta has on her skill. And then I think she has the gun being like Rackham. That's what I've noticed so far. Maybe she has more. But it looks like she borrows a bunch of other characters' existing abilities. Like, I guess another way of saying it is like they didn't really come up with that much new stuff for her. That's why when people say I'm like, some character is boring, but I want to play Mag, I'm like, She's in the game already? Sort of? Like, if you really like Mag, I get it, but the stuff that she does is already done by, like, several other characters. Like, if you really wanted to, you could bring 4 characters worth of kits and just Mag. And then whatever else Mag does on her own. Like, when I hear people saying that they think a certain character is boring, I feel more like they don't like that character more than they think the other character is more interesting. Because Frau, we have Normaya if you want to dance between two stances, except you have a gauge now instead of gambling. I heard somebody say Galanza's like Vayne Plus or DPS Vayne. What else we have? We have Beatrix and Eustace. Eustace, I don't really know what he does yet. And Beatrix we got to try, which is fill the gauge and then go ham. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying that they think Freddy is boring, but whatever, I guess. To each their own. I think Feriel's gonna be like, pick the 3 skills that let you do the claw strike, and then pick one that lets you do stomps that is helpful, or that does damage depending on what you're doing. And then your goal is gonna be to get the claw strikes or stomps off as much as possible, and that's it. But that's like most characters in this game. It's like they have a real singular game plan. Maybe they think that because she's like slower. Potentially. There was no way we were going to get a dragon transformation in Relink because that would cost lots and lots of money. Like, you're asking for her to be Proto Bahamut for like 5 seconds, and only for that, for one character. I mean, technically, it might be people crackpot theorying about it, but people say that Feriel's the smallest dragon when in dragon form. I don't know if I believe that, but it could have worked, but it's just not likely. Like, instead of them giving Feriel a dragon form like that, I would rather they spend that on a costume. Because at least you can always see it instead of on an SBA animation. She doesn't even do her, like, head drill into the ground like she does in the gacha for her SBA. I think I got guard broken or I dodged. Maybe there's a second SBA. Yeah, true, I guess. We don't know yet. Holding out hope for Wellness. They said they don't want to copy Rising's roster, and he's in the fighter, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm not trying to be a downer, but that's what they said in an interview. But then that also makes me think that Fedio's not making it to the fighter, which is kind of sad, but whatever. I don't know who else can turn into a dragon. I think Siegfried when he dies, but he's not gonna die anytime soon. There's a bunch of true dragons in the gacha, but they're not like characters that are in the story. They're like in side stories or whatever. In fact, Fedio's job when the NU side story happened was to go calm them all down. I'd like to see Ariarn play as a cat. That'd be nice. But I don't know what Ariar would do. Like, the whole point of that character is that they don't do anything. Even when you get her in gacha, she just like doesn't attack and does buffs. Thanks for playing. It's good seeing you again. For now, I'll use Black Worm Summon and LARP Dragon install. I mean, yeah, you gotta make do. You gotta make do. I think you were the one I was talking to a couple streams ago. That we were talking about Id's Dragon transformation. And that he does indeed look a little weird, but would have been nice to see more. But they just don't have the budget for that. They sold, what, 4 million copies after a year, I think it was? And now they're gonna... They threw some dev time at this game so that they could get the expansion out. And they're gonna sell it for 30 bucks. I almost want to say don't expect costumes, but we'll see. Maybe they got more of a budget because people really, really, really wanted to play more Relink. Are they releasing expansion at once or separate updates? It's going to be at once at July 9th in 12 days. Will they do patches afterwards? Probably. They're probably going to have to fix bugs that they introduced with this game. But are we going to get, like, updates? Like, big updates? Probably not. Or we probably will. Maybe, like, 1 or 2. Rising has costumes now. Yes, it does. But it's also running on a less detailed version of the models. Or at least I feel that way comparing them from Relink to Rising. They seem way less detailed in Rising than they do in Relink. Also, they have the Arc Systems Works hacks technology on how they make the models. Make them look 2D and 3D at the same time. For this, they're working with what they had left from Platinum Games. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got mine. Excellent. Who is over there hitting mines? It was, yeah. Is he gonna have enough meter to SBA later? I lost all my revives and we're at half bar already and we just made it to labors. This one looks bleak, fellas, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna switch to Siegfried. So I have Salvatore for Paradise Lost. I have a feeling, okay? I have a feeling in my heart that it's gonna get kind of screwy. Damn, he straight up left, alright. It'll be fun to do old content when we're much stronger. I think I mentioned it earlier in the stream, but somebody was talking about MSP. Zero, unironically, is a decent MSP farm, although I think we'll get something better later in the expansion. We'd have to, if they're going to make the numbers for MSP, that we have to grind that much higher. Because if it costs you 7,500 to get level 11, then that's... You can get 2 levels with 1 Ambrosia at that point. Just to give you an idea of how much MSP you're going to need. It's really easy to look at the amount of MSP you need now and be like, this is whatever. I have 100,000. I'll just get it again. And then when you have to build all that up again from zero. It is going to be funny being able to kill Lucilius with just... Or sorry, to kill Zero with just like an AI party before he even gets out of labors. I know Gonda for sure, if they don't change them, we'll be able to do that. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a bunch of other characters that can do it too. Thoughts on content creators using cheat engine to get builds to release content out faster? That was a thing? I mean, I know that in Monster Hunter, Team Darkside did that quite a bit. And they didn't really die or anything like that. I think they're still around. So it couldn't have hurt them too much. I would do it with stuff that I actually earned. But that's just how I would approach it. Part of my issue with that is, like, they're going through that effort, but then what they're saying might not even be true. Might not even be possible, too, because remember, there's sigil restrictions and stuff. Like how you can't get certain sigils that drop with certain sub-traits. I mean, I plan on doing a bunch of videos myself, but I had to wait. I don't know how the information has changed. For one of them, for example. That did a lot of damage. What do you think, chat? What are our odds? Many content creator do use that, huh? It's like, I guess, cheating in a war, not a warpath, a war elemental plus with like the perfect substrate and all that other stuff, so you can showcase what a full end game build would be like. I get why they do it, but I wouldn't do it, is basically how I feel. Like, you could just give yourself exactly what you need, but like that kind of defeats the purpose of the game. I got no judgment on them either way. What I just hope is that if they do make a video, that what they're saying is true and verified. And yeah, it would help if they say that they're doing that. Damage is looking mighty spooky, fellas. We're gonna fail this one too, I think. Yeah. This one's not looking good. I think I saw somebody randomly saying that there are people out there with early keys making guides and videos and stuff like that and reviews already. I don't know how much stock I put into that, but we'll see in a couple weeks, I guess. That happened last time. That's probably gonna happen again then. So excited with Wizard Origin. Yeah, you would be excited to play Mana Diver Plus, huh? Some dispel would be really nice right about now. Thinking of Nemesis anytime soon? Well, buddy, I'm SBA sealed, so I can't help you there. There you go. He's probably just thinking, well, I have SBA now, I'll just throw it. I'll get it back later, right? I mean, I'm seeing a little bit more information, and I'm a little worried. A little bit. Seems alright so far, though. It's not random, he does it after he finishes Nemesis and stuff. I can't fucking see because the bot's right on top of me. We actually made it out of that fairly well. Thank you for the mine. I hope he just teleports away. Lasers. Oh, this is a small labor. This is the one we failed, wasn't it? Because of this sword. Oh, look, we got it, guys. Stun him, stun him, stun him! Took me 6,000 plus hours to get everyone's complete build. Just for them to change everything with the expansion. Imagine they release 6+. They're not gonna do sigils that go up to theirs. Nah, it's probably trying SBA. The bot that I have was the one that SBA'd early. How much has the damage cap been raised to now? Well, we're getting 100% from mastery, like just the milestones. We're gonna get some on transcended weapons. We're gonna get some on traits. There probably are some new sigils. I just don't know what they are yet. Wait. Okay. Lasers? Okay. You already did this. Alright, I got out of there now. $60 seconds remaining. I was about to say, I'm surprised we haven't died yet. No, I didn't dodge in time. I got sealed. Is this what this was like, trying to do this fight at launch? True. I'm missing a member, but the fact that we're running out of time means that we didn't have the damage to begin with. Right now, the damage cap is sitting at like 480 something, I think. Jesus Christ. The 1 second SBA. You're kidding at 1000%, but that's actually kind of true. And quest failed. I basically stopped getting hit after a while. That was crazy. All right, so let's Let's look at this again. Catastrophe is 100%. Damage cap is another 250, so that's 350, right? You have some in your mastery tree. You have some from weapon nodes, right? So let's say that's about 450. You're getting another 100 from mastery. And you're going to get a whole bunch from your traits, and you can get some from your buffs and skills. And then your weapon transcendence is going to give you... The one we saw was 350, so to say that we're going to be at 1,000 or slightly over actually isn't a joke. It's kind of the reality. Whenever somebody asks me that question, I usually ballpark it at like 800 or 900%, but unironically, we're going to be at like 1,000 or more. Well, I didn't say we'd have 10 times more damage cap. I said the percentage is going to go from like 450 to like almost 1,000. So that's closer to like double, I guess. Got hit by a fucking ball. How am I alive? I had defense up, that's why. Maybe I should try out Yoda. Yoda's like set and forget support. Like he's like a DPS that has a support ability, rather. That's probably more accurate. But yeah, mirror image on Yoda is very, very, very strong. Especially if your teammates are actually trying to stay alive. I should say, if you enjoyed watching the struggle against Lucy, like and subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch. I'm actually impressed that I managed not to get hit anymore after a certain point. Because I had like 3 stacks of max HP down and somehow I didn't die again. And if I did, I had auto revive because I surely don't remember. I was too locked in. But yeah, Yoda basically enables people really, really hard. Where did he get all that meter from? I could have sworn he had like 70% before CAG did SBA. Yeah, don't worry. The open lobby thing is gonna stay. I'm sure people are gonna have trouble with fights in the future. I'm almost certain of it. I should try Zero quick matching next week. I normally just make a room, but I want to see what it's like. I'm gonna play Roll of the Die IRL, basically. The world fight is already that crazy. Imagine how much harder Beelzebub fight will be. Bro, I'm waiting for people to figure out that firm stance is going to be really good because Beelzebub has a bunch of suction attacks and dive kicks and other really goofy shit that hits really hard. And I could do it. Please SBA him. Somebody? Anybody? Thank you. Why'd you wait so long? That's what Catalina has the warpath on. Good shit. Well, he got unsealed, but he doesn't have enough meter. That's okay, we have link time though. Stun? Not enough. Beelzebub has 3 forms since I played Versus Story. Do we know for sure that it's the Versus Beelzebub? All I know is that he has his golden armor and that I remember seeing it in Versus. But I don't know if that was like a DLC outfit or what. Well. He could have waited a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, I'm down 10%. I blocked the circle and I dodged the laser. Good shit. Oh, I didn't see that. I looked away. That's not fair, man. I had to slow get up. What is he doing now? This is a Lucy Zero full mechanics run. Fuck. Quit running away, goddamn. I don't think we're gonna meet the DPS check during the end. What a cool boss, am I right? Look at those lasers. Nobody? We could have had that one. Well, we know the world has 2 health bars. And I mentioned this somewhere else, but you can... They can get 4, I think it is. I think it goes red, yellow, blue, purple. Or purple, blue, I can't remember. What is this? Why is he red? Oh, he's buffing himself. Got fake labors. Yeah, kinda. Hold on, let me switch characters. You guys have a bigger problem than damage. You guys got no stun. Let's go. Will Chaos Lucy have the end bar that force pushes us into the next phase within time? I mean, they could implement it, I guess, by putting like smaller time limits in the fight. And then if we don't do it fast enough, he could just like do PL or the end or some, I don't know, whatever they decide to do. Depends how hard they want to make it. I think he's going to have orbital resonance though, and I really want to see what the buffs he's going to get are going to be. I think that's what that attack where he makes his 2 swords really, really big is from the trailer. I'm not even gonna block this, fuck that. I could have had that. Oh well. Bigger arena, bigger 12 labors challenge. I think they're just gonna, like, if they really wanted to make this harder, they could just implement a bunch of mechanics from the hardest gacha fight version of this. Some of those include getting permanent supplemental damage after taking too long, and increasing his attack and stuff like that, and making him unable to miss debuffs, pierce, debuff immunity, all that type of stuff. And get buffs based on whatever labors he still has up by doing them randomly. They got plenty of options. It's not from lack of options, it's how hard do they want to make it and how do they want to implement it. You should try Dark Rapture Zero sometime if you have the gacha, or if you want to look it up on a YouTube video to get an idea of just how fucked up this boss can be. The reality will surprise you. I got fucking baited. Kind of sad Relink can't do omens. Of course not. You know how much stress that would cause people? They flat out said that if they added content that was as hard as Lucilius consistently, that only a small amount of players would be able to play the content. That's why every fight isn't like that. Makes perfect sense, honestly. Imagine doing hit count with Siegfried. Yeah, no thanks. It's probably not going to have some kind of crazy number attached to it, though. 7 to 12 is personal. Yeah, I think 7 to 12 is local. That's the one with the less crazy numbers. It's either that or I'm thinking of the free quest. Whereas I don't think a single fight in this game is any harder than a standard endgame MMO dungeon boss. I think some of it has to do with the way that they imported stuff from the gacha into here. Because that game is supposed to be like, here's this crazy system for you to really fuck around with, but the monetization department is evil, so we're going to make you pay for every time you want a new character or something like that. And by the way, it's random, so we can farm more money from you. Card break. Rising Season 3 shit schizo hosting continues. I like how they gave us a new character, release date, and everything, and then they didn't announce season 3. Bastards. They probably will later. I mean, I don't know how else they can justify adding the character and then making us pay for him. I doubt it's free. I thought my skill was up. Oh well, rip. We don't got the meter for that. Is id free in versus Rising? Who knows? Who knows? How did he die? One, two, three, 4, 5. Ah, air parry! Ah! Eat shit, Lucy. I was fucking sick. I'm clipping that. That was fucking crazy. I'll do a couple more, and then I'm probably gonna take it easy. It's just gonna make my blood pressure rise. Currently in the rusted weapons mine. Gotta get. We're gonna get monthly reset in like 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. So if you have renowned pendants, you can buy some that way, and then you can buy some more after reset. I've run out of things to buy with those pendants, so that's what I'm on now. Like, I'll spend the first 2 weeks with the stuff that resets, that's important, but after that, it's fair game. And yeah, you could just farm Proto, that's right. Somebody else blocked with me. I mean, it's yet that he has like a billion stun anyway, but big thanks. Oh, I didn't get there in time. Alright, we got swords. How did that not hit me? I was gonna block that too. Do you have Warpath on? Oh, he's got the blue hair? Let's go. He's level 150. Hey, we're good on meters. Stun. Oh my god, where's the damage? Help. How did you get over here? Are we gonna make it past this? Okay, he didn't even do it. Lucky. Not lucky. Never mind, I don't care. Oh, we might actually make this. Now that I think about it, it's kind of funny that this quest has such a small time limit. And that people went in the complete opposite direction by killing him as fast as humanly fucking possible. Oh, some Dispel would be really nice right now. Gopher? No, after this. Ah, look, this is kind of dicey. Okay. That's gonna kill. Never mind. Go for yeah. we might be dead. Yeah. Yep. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, I got one. God damn. I missed like everything. It's gonna be a lot of close calls in this, I can already tell. I think she's gonna get hit again by the lasers from the feathers. Nah, I think they're gonna be fine this time. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're all set. I'm being sweaty right now. See if we can clear without having to rely on Gonda to finish the fight after the first minute. Got him to like 60 last time, and he has defense up again. We don't have the spell. Okay, I am in position. So is everybody else. Good. Why? Are they gonna do PL in like the next attack? No, not yet. Yeah, we're ready. We're good. Yeah, right now. I think we're still doing good. Gotta keep Narmaya on her feet. Got it? Got it. That wasn't enough to break him. Okay, there we go. I think I will be ready to SBA along with Siete if we can just get through this. I don't know if it'll be enough to trigger a full burst, but let's see. I'm not gonna try and block that. I don't need to anyway. Well, at least I'm not sealed anymore. Did it too early? Doesn't have defense up anymore. Did he? Yes, he did. Okay, this might be it. It should be. He's an overdrive though. Did that? Okay. You gotta deal with the end, and that's it. Yeah, okay, we should be fine. He might even die from this. Beautiful. Good way to end the stream, too. Nicely done. 6.5 minutes. All right, so that's another successful marathon done. Next week is going to be the last General Proud Quest 4-hour stream and 0 marathon, because the week after Endless Ragnarok is going to release. So if you want to play together in the future, you like the content, the struggle, what have you, leave a like, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, all that good stuff. Let me see who's up streaming right now. Yeah, boy, I'm gonna raid front of a channel. Get him. And thanks for watching.